So it's called surrounded, and that's how it is. It's like a you have a couple claims that you bring to the table. You're the person surrounded, and then people have there's a timer on each topic, and then people can vote you out. You know what I mean? So basically, you got to rush to a chair. You know, the first person touches the chair, they get to debate against the person that's surrounded. And then if people have the 20 people, they have these red flags that they can put up. And if you get like 10 red flags, because like usually you're surrounded by 20 people. I think if you go over half if half of the people, more than half of the people disagree with you, then you get voted out, and then a new person can join the conversation. So I'm gonna just say this whole episode it was surrounded, but it was surrounded by ignorance. Surrounded by ignorance. Now, and I don't necessarily want to start with saying like, oh, I don't normally agree with Amanda Seals. Amanda Seals, she, yeah, I would say that socially, and a lot of things that she talks about on social media, just about random stuff, like about just everyday people type stuff. I don't know. I don't tend to agree with her a lot of times. Um, her personality rubs some people the wrong way, and it's not because she's smart and intelligent. She is smart and she's very intelligent. She's very knowledgeable of what she's talking about a lot of times. I would say politically, I do agree with her on a lot of things, especially when it comes to the advancement of Black people. But one thing I'm gonna say about let me start off this before we get into like the surrounding. I'm gonna just talk about Black conservatism a little bit, and I have a problem with Black conservatism, and it's not because I think that Black liberalism is better. Like I'm probably more on the man the seal side where it's like, no, fuck it, fuck them too, fuck the Democratic Party too. They don't matter to me. Like a party don't matter to me. The problem is first off when you have a two-party system, right? All people are trying to do is get you to flip flop to the other side. It's never about true free thinking. It's never about independent thought. It's never about actual advancement. It's like yo, just come to the other side. So even that's why I didn't support Brexit. You know what I'm saying? Like and Candace Owens and that movement and stuff like that because y'all not telling us to do anything different. You are telling us to do something different because you feel like there's this chokehold that the Democratic Party has on Black people. So you're saying, no, just go over here. It's better. Instead of like, yo, if we all collectively have some of the same ideologies and we all want the advancement of Black people, why don't we just make our own party? Why don't we make a voting block? You know what I mean? For us. It's not, yeah, I mean, that's like if something is going on that you don't like to see or like you don't like to witness, and somebody tell you instead of stopping what's happening, they just tell you, yo, turn around, so you don't gotta see. And so that's all it is when you go from Democrat to Republican or Republican to Democrat, and you're saying that that's the answer. All you did was just turn your back to the real problem, right? So my issue with Black conservatism is it's never actually for the advancement of Black people. Black conservatives do not rock with anyone, any Black person. I'm gonna say because I'm gonna keep it black. Black conservatives do not rock with any Black people that are doing less than them. If you're doing less than them, then you need to do more. You know what I mean? Because you don't deserve to complain. Because I was able to do it, you can do it. Or my dad was able to do it, so you can do it, right? And so they have no regard for anybody that's not on their level, whether it's socioeconomic status, whether it's actual, whether it is political stances, whether it is just straight up income, whether it's social status, whether it's neighborhood, right? Black conservatives do not fuck with you if you have less than them. They like you can only and you can only join the team and truly be for them if one you just kissing their ass from the bottom or if you get onto their level. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of black what I'm noticing now, especially with like Trump's, second term, is that there's a low level of black conservatism that's kind of happening. I mean, like with a lower class of people, right? Lower intelligence of people, where yeah, they even though these people is passing and voting things that don't have your interests at heart, you're still gonna abide by what they say because you trying to get onto these people level. So black conservatism has no regard for anyone in a worse situation than them, right? And black conservatives give white people way too much credit. Way too much credit. Way too much credit. It's constantly some type of talking point about justifying segregation, justifying racism, justifying slavery, justifying redlining, justifying all these different things, justifying why we should get rid of affirmative action or justifying why we should get rid of DEI. And a lot of times they be ignoring the facts, and they give white people way too much credit. They be like, no, it's not all white people. Nobody says it's all white people. Yes, we do use that phrase and to mean, a collective, but nobody thinks that all white people, like, I'm not gonna say nobody. Most black people do not think that all white people are bad. But as a black conservative, why are you giving them so much credit? Because black conservatives will say that black liberals kiss a lot of ass. You know what I'm saying? But like, y'all kiss a lot of ass. You know what I mean? And they say black liberals are like, begging for handouts and stuff like that. Y'all begging for acceptance, because at the end of the day, they don't accept you. They don't. If you get around, if you're in it long enough and you get around the right setting, you're gonna realize they don't fuck with you. You know what I mean? They are using you just like you think the Democrats are using, black people. Republicans use black people as well, right? And that was a lot of what Amanda Seals was talking about. So I gotta commend her, man, because to be surrounded by that kind of ignorance is exhausting. It is tough. One thing I learned was that like a lot of people do not have a grasp of actual history. There's a lot of those talking points where it's a lot of people giving credit that should not give credit. Um, and a lot of these people just wanted to argue like clickbait type of talking points. They didn't have it. No one had anything really substantial to say. So the way Jubilee works is the person that is surrounded, the person that is going against everybody, they give four claims that they get to make, and then people get to argue based on the four claims, and then like each claim they get like 20 minutes, and then at the end, the person that was surrounded, they get to pick one person from the crowd, and then they get to debate. Then that person from the crowd, they get to present a topic, and then they debate the surrounded person on off of that one topic for like 10 minutes, right? So these were, and to be honest, and this is what I commented on Amanda's page, was that like I thought her claims were layups. You know what I mean? Like layups for her to make, but also layups for like, this is one time that we can be on the same page. Like these four claims are like one time that we should all be on the same page in terms of black people, but like for some reason we cannot, right? Because it might be, and I don't want to get into self-hate. It might be self-hate, but it's a lot of aggrandizement of like other people as well, right? So these were her four claims. She claimed, her claim number one: reparations are just and necessary. Okay. Claim number two: black on black crime is a result of underinvestment and over policing, right? Claim number three was systemic racism isn't a theory, it's our lived experience by that's backed by data and history. And then her fourth claim was black conservatism fails to meet the needs of the working class. And if you, to me, I think if you argue some of these points, we can have an argument about it. But when you argue some of these points, it's never for the greater good. It's just because you don't want to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? So the first claim, when she talked about reparations are just and necessary, she started breaking down what reparations would kind of look like. a lot of people think that reparations are just a check, and like, yes, that would be bad. Like if we look at it from the extreme, is like, yeah, cut the check, and they just gave people a check, that would be bad. But like no one, that's where the conversation stops a lot of times. No one talks about like what reparations could actually look like. Part of it would could be money, you know what I mean? But then it would be some other things in place. It would be about changing systems and giving like communities like resources, giving like increasing the access to certain things.